Students at James Madison High School in Vienna, Virginia decided to do something special for their favorite custodian, Francis Apraku. Last fall, they learned that Francis had a dream of owning a Jeep Wrangler. Instead of just hearing him out, they took action. Over 6 months, the students raised money through a GoFundMe campaign. On September 9th, they surprised Francis with his very own Jeep Wrangler, complete with a big red bow on top. Francis was overwhelmed and said, "This day I will never ever forget." Francis, who came to the US from Ghana 10 years ago, is well loved by his students. They describe him as kind, supportive, and inspiring. He credits mutual respect as the key to his close friendship with them. Now, thanks to their generosity, Francis is driving the car he always dreamed of. It's a touching story of kindness, showing how a community can come together to make someone's dream come true. A heartwarming wedding story from North Carolina's Outer Banks has gone viral, capturing hearts with a special twist. Michelle and Scott Ellermetz tied the knot on September 7th, 2024, and were blessed with not just a single, but a double rainbow after their beachside ceremony. A TikTok video of their special day, shared by photographer Chelsea Schefar, has been viewed nearly 4 million times. What makes their story even more touching is the couple's journey. Michelle, 50, and Scott, 59, both lost their longtime spouses in early 2023. Michelle's husband of 23 years passed away from a heart attack, while Scott lost his wife of 29 years to illness. Both grieving, they connected through a local support group in Washington, D.C. Their friends grew quickly, and they found that they had much in common. Before long, their bond turned into love, and they decided to marry. Even though it rained on their wedding day, the couple saw the double rainbow as a beautiful sign. "It felt like a blessing from God," Scott said. Now they look forward to spending their future together, possibly starting with a honeymoon in Aruba. A story from Turkey shows how one man's reaction to a boy's accident left a lasting impression. A couple of years ago, a young boy wanted to ride his bike with his friends, even though his bike had broken brakes. He didn't want to miss out, so he rode it anyway, even around cars. Unfortunately, the boy couldn't stop in time and crashed into a parked car, denting it. Fearing the worst, the boy thought the car owner would be angry, but instead of yelling, the man listened to the boy's story and saw that the situation was more serious than just a dented car. A few days later, the man surprised the boy with a brand new bike, knowing it would keep him safer in the future. The story went viral on Reddit, where users shared their own stories of kindness. One person commented, "This kind of gesture may set the tone for how this kiddo pays it forward in his own life. We need this kindness in the world." Kind strangers came together to give a proper farewell to a 92-year-old woman who passed away with no family or friends. Carmela Palomini, who lived in Leonia, New Jersey, passed away recently with no next of kin to claim her, which led to an outpouring of support from the community. The funeral home handling her arrangements, Eternity Funeral Services, placed a notice in the paper hoping to find relatives. They never expected what happened next. Dozens of people reached out, wanting to help cover her funeral cost, donate a gravesite, or simply attend the service to ensure Carmela wouldn't be laid to rest alone. Carmela, who had never married and had no children, lived in the same apartment for 25 years without any visitors, according to her housing manager. Despite this, the community rallied behind her, with local churches, Italian groups, and caring individuals offering their support. In the end, Care One, the nursing home where Carmela stayed, stepped up to cover the cost of her funeral and burial. Messages of support filled the funeral home's website. It's a beautiful reminder that even in the absence of family, a community's kindness can provide a meaningful farewell. Curtis Jenkins, a school bus driver at Lake Highlands Elementary in Dallas, Texas, has turned his bus into something special. On bus number 1693, Curtis creates a community of responsibility and kindness for the students he transports every single day. Each child has a job, like sheriff, banker, or translator, and they earn bus bucks for their work. Curtis even designed the bus bucks himself. He also taxes $2 from students who don't work, showing them how financial responsibility works. But more than rules, Curtis teaches life lessons. He talks to his students about love, explaining how important it is in life. His care for the kids goes beyond the bus ride. He buys birthday cards for every student, gives turkeys to families in need at Thanksgiving, and purchases Christmas gifts for all the children on his bus. Curtis's generosity has been recognized by many, and in a touching moment, he was gifted a brand new car from an anonymous donor. He dreams of one day opening a community center for his students, giving them a safe space to go after school. A local biker group, the Mars Hill Charity Riders, was out for a ride when they came across a lemonade stand run by a young boy named Prince Herod. What happened next made Prince's day unforgettable. They are a group known for their charitable events and decided to stop and support Prince. As the sound of their motorcycles faded, about 24 bikers lined up to buy lemonade from his stand. The scene quickly turned into a fun impromptu block party with more neighbors joining in. Prince, who dreams of owning a fresh fruit lemonade truck one day, was overwhelmed with joy. The bikers' generous purchases sold out his lemonade stand and filled his money jar. His father was so proud of his son, and he set up a GoFundMe page to help Prince reach his dream of owning a lemonade truck. Donations started pouring in, and the response was overwhelming. The Mars Hill Charity Riders showed their mission of giving back through this simple act of kindness, and the community support made it clear, with a little help, dreams can come true. Dillon McCormick, a 92-year-old U.S. Air Force veteran, became a symbol of resilience when his story touched hearts across the nation. Even at his age, Dillon was regularly seen pushing grocery carts in the intense New Orleans heat. This sight caught the attention of Karen Swenson, a former news anchor who felt moved to help him. Karen learned that Dillon was living on a small Social Security income of just $1,100 a month. His basic living expenses were $2,500, and it just wasn't enough. The gap forced him to continue working to make ends meet. Wanting to help, Karen started a GoFundMe campaign to raise money so Dillon could retire comfortably. In just 3 days, the fundraiser brought in more than $240,000. Far exceeding the original goal. He expressed deep gratitude, knowing this support would change his life forever. Dillon's story highlights the struggle that many elderly veterans face. For him, the funds not only provided relief, but also peace of mind. Thanks to the generosity from strangers, Dillon was able to retire and enjoy the rest of his life without financial worry.